Namaste. Welcome to another session of Read Dnyaneshwari along with me. Today we'll be reading chapter 6 from OV 105 onwards. Shri Krishna is telling Arjuna signs of liberated man. Whoever has seen a liberated day of unity with eternal spirit, with no sunset, he then is going to be with himself without a break. Thus, who has discretion, Arjuna, he is lonely because all over three worlds he is the only one. So he is without any company. Dnyaneshwari saying, Shri Krishna, an omniscient, is telling extraordinary attributes of such person with realization, who is father of nodes, that's Shri Krishna, who is a lamp of showing light to all viewers, whose desire creates universe. Vedas, which started from Omkara, though great in literature, were unable to cover his successes due to inherent shortcomings. His brilliance energizes sun and moon to shine. Then, would this world get illuminated without his brilliance? Dnyaneshwar now is telling himself, the greatness of his name is such that even sky looks smaller. Then, how can one know his attributes? So let me stop here. While describing attributes of saints, Sri Krishna told attributes of whom and why. I can't tell you that. But I think, listen, that self-knowledge which totally destroys duality, if expressed openly, then sweetness of his love for Arjun will be lost. So God didn't say that, but left a thin curtain of indirect description hanging in between and left lovers' minds be apart to enjoy love. Those who are caught in bliss of I am that, and those who are craving for that, their vision may cause blemish to his, meaning God's love. Perhaps he, Arjuna, will lose his ego and will become God Sri Krishna himself. Then, what can God do alone? Who else do I have who will pacify me just by his sight, or to whom I can talk freely, or to whom I can embrace fiercely? This is Sri Krishna is thinking in his mind. Who else do I have besides Arjuna, who will pacify me just by his sight, or to whom I can talk freely, or to whom I can embrace fiercely? If Arjun becomes one with me, to whom can I tell what I want to tell somebody, or which I can't keep in my mind? Thus, Sri Krishna, in his mind, is becoming afraid of losing Arjuna. If he becomes one with him, with this concern making reference to others, but in speech addressing him as Arjuna, Sri Krishna mentally embraced him. Sri Krishna with his mind embraced Arjun's mind, which was already with him. Though this is difficult to hear, understand, Arjun is idol of Krishna's bliss. When a childless woman gets a child in old age, she is possessed by her love for child and keeps dancing around him all the while. Same thing happened to God. I wouldn't have used this metaphor of infertile woman, but for this extreme love for Arjuna. That is God's extreme love for Arjuna. See, the wonder is what is the occasion. Time is of war, and what is the subject? But God is dancing around love of Arjuna with determination. Love and causing shame. Addiction, does it cause exhaustion? Madness and not causing confusion. How can these things happen? So the hidden meaning is that Arjun is the place of God's love and friendship, or he is the mirror of Krishna's mind adorned with romantic love. Arjun is thus meritorious and excellent soil for sowing the seed of devotion. That is why he deserved grace of Shri Krishna. Or Arjun is the idol of the devotion by association, which is a step below devotion by self-description. Instead of praising Master sitting near, if one starts praising his servant, like that, God was overtaken by love of Arjun. See a woman who loves her husband, and husband equally respects her. Shouldn't we describe her rather than her husband? Like that, I prefer to describe Arjun more as he is the only one in 3 words to be extremely lucky. Because of his love, shapeless Supreme Soul takes a shape. He, Supreme Soul, is complete. Still, his soul is affected by Arjuna's love. Then listener said, how lucky we are. Listen to his style of elaboration. Rhythm in his speech is defeating soul of music. In the sky of our language, colors of different metaphors are appearing. He is speaking such Marathi. It is credible. See, clear moonlight of knowledge is shining. Different opinions in talk is its coolness. The meaning of stanzas is blooming like lotus flower. Desire to listen this is so great. It is so compulsive that even desireless people would like to hear. As listeners understood this, they started dancing to its rhythm. Dnyaneshwari came to know this and said, give attention. Extraordinary day in the form of Krishna has come to Pandav family. Devaki carried him in womb. Yashoda raised him with great efforts. But in the end, he was of use to Pandavas. So lucky Arjuna did not have to bother to serve him for a long time or to wait for proper time to request. Listener said, leave this, come to the story. On this, Dnyaneshwari responded. Then Arjun said with intimacy, hey God, I don't have these attributes of saints. If one thinks of meaning these attributes, I am really incomplete. But see, if I am to grow up, it will be due to your listening to your talk. It will be due to listening to your talk. If you decide in mind with your help, I shall reach to spiritual liberation. Why not? Whatever happens, I will do. Whatever studies you will tell me to do. God, I don't know whose story you are telling, but on listening, I am praising him. Whoever has those attributes, how great he must be. I want to be like that. So, God, consider me your favorite one and grace me. Then Arjun said, is it so? I shall do that. I think we'll stop here. I want to thank you very much for joining me for this session. Do come next time and we'll start further. Thank you very much for joining us. Namaste.